Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? It is Happy Tuesday. All right, let's get all situated. Sorry if I'm turning you. There we go. Make sure I'm on. There I am. Oh, turn the volume down. All right, guys. So, welcome to Chit Chat and Chalk. We got something a little different this evening, and you know how I like to experiment and do on different things. I like to make mistakes so y'all don't have to. So I try to find different surfaces and work on those. And I have a lot of friends that are campers. So I thought I'd do one more for the road for our Happy Camper transfer, which is a huge transfer. It's pretty big, comes with a lot of pieces to it. I'll show it to you. It's really awesome. So that's a layering technique. So this one would go down first, then that one would go. And then it's got quite a few other little pieces to it. Home is where you park it. This is how we roll. And, ooh. And then we've got a small camper. And we've got lots of little embellishments, like a flower pot, curtains, a banner, garland, which is really cute. So, I saw this really nifty idea, and I really want to give it a go at it. So, I ran across, I didn't want to, on my first time out, I didn't want to do one of the huge 5-gallon buckets. Plus, I couldn't find one that suited my needs. And I figured, I ran across this the other day, and I think it's probably about 2 to 2.5 gallons. And it's just a, you know, your regular little old plastic bucket, which is really cool. So we are going to, hopefully I'll be able to make it work. This is a very non-porous surface. So anything, if you lay your transfer on this, it's really going to stick to it. So I'm going to fuzz these transfers hopefully really well. That's why I broke out the towel. Plus it'll hopefully help me stabilize this bucket as I'm working it. So I'm just going to put this down on my towel a couple times, pick up some of that lint. And if you're just joining me, please make sure you say hello. I'd love to welcome you in. And tell me where you are watching me from would be awesome. All right, one more time, I think we'll be okay. And the reason why we did this, hi Kimberly, thanks for joining. So the reason why we fuzzed our little transfer is because we want to lay it down on this porous surface. But when we go to pull it up, we don't want to yank on it. Hey Andrea, thanks for joining. Oh, we got a Camden girl. Go ahead, Kimberly. Thanks for joining us. So what I'm going to be working on is this bucket. Like I said, it's not a 5-gallon. I think it's probably about 2.5 gallons, maybe. And I'm just going to see if I can get this, on here evenly. And if you've never seen us before, or seen me before, work on a project, this is Chit Chat and Chalk. I do weekly lives where I work on projects. Y'all are welcome to ask any kind of questions you like. And I'd be happy to answer them. So these are these are adhesive back, reusable transfers. And what I'm trying to do is get it to lay where it doesn't have any bubbles in this silk screen area. Just trying to get laid down and stick there, and I'm going to see how it looks. I got to pick it up. I apologize. See, that looks fairly straight, and it does. So I'm not worried about making sure that all the edges are locked down. Kimberly, I am getting ready to, I have a date secured for a workshop. As a matter of fact, I was trying to get the event loaded on my page today, but you know, I'm technically challenged and all that. So hopefully I will get it tonight or tomorrow. I'll get it loaded on there. It is a pre-register, prepay event. And it will be at the Camden Senior Citizens building that is behind the courthouse. And it will be on the 30th. So I have all that information for you. And I also do, if you want something a little more private, sip and chalk classes in your home. I do those. So if you want to get together with your family or your girlfriends and do something a little more personalized and private and stuff like that, I can do that as well if my date is available. All right. So how I have picked my color choices for this evening is that the person, I don't have a camper. I love camping, but I don't have a camper. But my neighbors across the street do, and they're real awesome. I love my neighbor across the street. And she is a great neighbor to have, and I thought I'd make them this little, it's going to be basically like an outdoor light decoration for their camper. And what I'm going to do, I'm not using my inks, I'm using our Chalkateur Chalkology paste, which it goes on wet, dries hard, and wipes off with water. Now, obviously, we're not going to want this to wipe off with water. So once it all dries hard, I'm going to spray it with a sealant to keep it there for them. Give it a nice coating of like a clear coat or something. And they'll be able to use this as an outdoor lighting feature on their campsite, which is really cool. So I'm going to take some of my paste, and this is the black, and I'm just going to pull that color into that silkscreen area. The only thing with the chalk paste is you got to work pretty quickly, depending on the humidity and where you're working your project at. It takes up to 3 to 5 minutes for it to be completely hard and not wipe off. So we'll see how this goes on that, because I've never done it on plastic, so y'all are going to have to bear with me. But yeah, Kim, if you're interested in either of those, that's hopefully I will get that posted by tomorrow. Or if you want something more private, just send me a message and I can go over it with you. Hey Jody, thanks for joining. So I filled in the silkscreen area. Now I'm going to pull off my excess, because waste not, want not. And we'll have that for our next project. Pull off that excess. that right in there. And then I'm gonna start peeling up my transfer. So this is not like using a Silhouette or a Cricut or anything like that, because Cricuts and Silhouettes are one and done. And like I said, depending on your care of your transfers, you can get multiple uses out of these. Per Chalk Couture, you can get 8 to 10 with proper care. I'm going to have a package. Unfortunately, on this page, which is my business page, I'm not allowed to discuss prices. It's against company rules. But I'd be happy to give you that information once I'm done with this live, if that's good for you. So isn't that cool? So that's all down. Easy peasy, right? All right. So now I'm going to take my little camper transfer. And because I have a newbie on my page, which I really appreciate you being here, Kimberly, I'm going to explain a little bit about the transfers. When you get them, some of them come, like with this one, it has several pieces to it. And they give you cut lines to make sure you cut it correctly. So I cut the small version of the camper out. And before you use it, you want to write on the back. You can either put back, or you can put happy camper, small camper. What I've done, you can put a check mark, a slash mark, draw a smiley face. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. Just so you know that the back is the back. And the reason why is because the side that you, after you've cleaned and dried your transfer, the side that you want to return your transfer to is a slick side. I don't know if you can see that. It's shiny. And if you put it on that back side, which is a paper side, you run the risk of ruining your transfer because these are super sticky. As you can see, it's not coming off. And we're going to fuzz it again. And these are just like, it's just like material. You don't want to pull it corner to corner. You want to pull side to side or top to bottom. Because if you pull corner to corner, you run the risk of stretching out your transfer, and you don't want to do that. Because it will distort your image, or you won't be able to use your transfer again. Hey, Lisa. What's going on, girl? So I'm going to fuzz it a little bit more. Because I really don't want to ruin my happy camper. This is such an awesome little transfer set. Alright, so then this is almost dry. It's not completely dry. I'm going to butt it up right against that as close as I can get it. And try and get it laid down. And it might take a little finagling with curved surfaces, but you'll get it to lay down. You just want to make sure that you have no air bubbles in that silk screen area, because then your image is not going to come out correctly. And you're not using like a ton of force on it. You're not stretching it. You're not pulling it. You're just laying it down and smoothing it out. Right? All right. So, because their camper is black and cream, I do believe, I'm going with the black again. Because I wanted it to be similar to their camper. So this looks like a ton of chalk paste, which it is. But more than likely we'll be taking most of it off. So let me grab a bigger squeegee. We have our silicone squeegees, various sizes. I have an angled squeegee. I have a 4-inch handled squeegee. Tons of tools for your projects that you're working on. Because we have various size transfers. So you see all that excess that came off, and I still got tons more to pull off. Just making sure I've got it in all that silkscreen area. Got a little spot right up here, kind of missed. And you want to try to not have any lines running through your design. Pulling a ton of that chalk paste off. And if you go off of your transfer a little bit with this chalk paste, it's no worries. All you got to do, if it's still wet, wipe it off. If it's not wet, dampen a little paper towel, and it'll come right up. Hey, Mel. So I went off a little bit right there. And now I'm going to pull it up. And there's our camper. Isn't that cool? I can't draw. This stuff makes me look so good. So, and then what I am going to do is I'm going to take one of my fonts and I'm going to personalize it right down here, and I'm going to put their name right across the bottom of it. Okay? And I don't have the proper light for this, but once I've got it sealed, I've got their name on it, I've got it sealed, I'm going to drop a one of those like a solar powered light in it, and it'll illuminate all inside here, and it will glow out. So let me see if I can do something real quick. Hold on one second, and maybe this will give you an idea of what it's gonna do. I kind of did this at last minute, so sorry I don't have a light. Retro. I know, the retro campers are so awesome. Okay, let me turn off the light. And my little light inside's flipped over. I want it going this way. Now this is just a little selfie light that's in here, so bear with me. Let me go turn the lights off and see if it shows up well. Oops. How's that show up? Let's see. My tablet is a little on a delay, so let's see if it comes up. Oh, there it is. Isn't that just cool? I love this. I love this idea. Get a little more in frame for y'all. So can you imagine you're out camping, you got your camper, and you got this sitting outside, and then you got it personalized, and we've got like a gazillion different colors, and you can personalize it if you own a camper to match your style. If you like, I've got some gorgeous berry colors. I got beautiful colors in blues and teals. I mean, you can make it any way you want to. So I'm going to let this completely dry. After I put their name on it, I'm going to let it completely dry. And I am going to take a picture of it for y'all and post it tomorrow. Was watching, she would want this. Isn't it adorable? I know, it's so neat, Kimberly. I know, it's awesome. I've been doing this for almost a year. September, next month will be a year, and I am still having a blast. I'm really enjoying it. And here are some of the other colors I was talking about. Those gorgeous colors that we have. Where's my pretty blue at? Oh. This is called Peacock. Isn't that gorgeous? All kinds of colors. Well, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Let me know what y'all think of our project. If you have any suggestions of a project you'd like to see, let me know. Whoops. Now I'll stop making all kinds of noise with my selfie light. And like I said, I'll take a picture of it and post it as soon as it's done. And let y'all get a good look at it. Thanks, y'all. See you next time. Have a great night.